So you've heard the news by now. The most decorated gymnast in the world has withdrawn from the Tokyo Olympics. Simone Biles says her mental health, not a physical injury, is the reason for her exit. Well, social media, predictably, blowing up over this. Biles getting a lot of praise for taking this step to protect herself. But there are, of course, a lot of harsh words being thrown at her as well. Joining me to lend some perspective into all this, Dr. Andrew Radu. He's a sports psychiatrist at Medstar Washington Hospital. Thanks for coming on with us to talk about this. You know, this issue extends far beyond the Olympics. The intense, unrelenting pressure, something that a lot of athletes deal with. So I'm curious, does what we've heard from Simone Biles echo some of the things that you hear from athletes? You with us there, doctor?
I'm sorry, it cut out for a second. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. I was just wondering what we've heard from Simone Biles this week. Do you hear some of those same things from the athletes that you work with?
Oh, absolutely. I think that we take for granted that athletes are human too, that their needs go beyond just winning in their sport. And for elite athletes in particular, the pressures can be tremendous, and the focus needs to be on preserving one's global health and not just winning.
And how do you help them with that? You obviously can't control the pressures from coaches and teammates, but how do you mentally help them overcome and deal with that?
Sure. It's a great question. You know, ultimately, what I do in my office is the tip of the iceberg. The true change in sports to promote better mental health has to start at the grassroots level. It has to start with young athletes and making sure their developmental needs are met and that they are not just winning machines from a too young age.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to talk about social media as well. I mean, 20 years ago, Olympic athletes, professional athletes, they didn't have this constant bombardment of things going on social media. And some people can block it out and other people just can't. Can you talk about how that has played into some of these mental health issues and the added pressure on athletes?
Yeah, certainly, Adam. You know, I think that being an elite athlete has always meant all eyes on you, but the inundation, the negativity is now greater than ever with social media. So having to have a public persona as a world-class athlete must have these days can take them away from what's important to them and, you know, living authentically, I would say.
Right. You know, no one wants to put themselves out there as being, you know, extremely vulnerable in this space. So I wonder, as you give advice to athletes who are worried about burnout and worried about pressures, you know, what are some of the things that you can say to them that sort of start that conversation with them and help them out?
Well, I'll always start by telling them that what they're going through is absolutely and profoundly normal. There is often an embarrassment, a sort of shame, or a self-stigmatization in high-level athletes when they're seeking mental health care. And I'll start by telling them that them seeking help is showing me something really wonderful and right about them.
And that all starts with coaches. Coaches have to be the ones that are integrally involved in letting them know what challenges that they're going to face and the help that is available. Dr. Andrew Radu with Medstar Washington Hospital, we appreciate you coming on to talk with us tonight.
Thanks so much.
You bet.